Hello everyone, welcome to the schemes series for your upcoming NABARD Grade A examination. So let's start with the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. The very important scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban Phase 2, right? So we know that last year in June 2024, government announced the additional 3 crore houses for rural and urban areas, right? So 2 crore for rural and 1 crore for the urban, and that is what Pradhan Mantri 2 not is going to give, right? So this 1 crore houses. So yes, the launch date is 2024 9 August, and it aims to provide financial assistance to 1 crore urban poor and middle class families for construction, purchase and rental housing over next 5 years, that is from financial year 2025 to financial year 2029, right? And the investment and the funding will be 10 lakh crores. Total investment will be made, and the government is going to contribute 2.3 lakh crores. So yes, 10 lakh crore will be the total contribution, and out of which 2.3 lakh will be 3 lakh crores will be given by the central government, and other will be from private or state and other subsidiaries. Okay, so yes, so as I said, this particular scheme is only available for the poor middle class urban families. So who are these? So there are three criteria that are mentioned in this scheme. First one is the EWS, LIG and MIG. Okay, so EWS will be the one who has income less than or equal to 3 lakhs per year. Okay, then the LIG category, that is lower income group, will have the income between 3 to 6 lakh, and middle income group will have 6 to 9 lakh eligibility income criteria to avail benefit under this particular scheme. And you must not own any pakka house anywhere in India. Okay, and there is one more eligibility criteria, that is you should not have availed any housing scheme benefit for last 20 years. Okay, so this is also one of the criteria. So there are some updates also in the credit risk guarantee fund trust. These are important. Question can be from these areas also. Okay, so the limit or the corpus fund of the credit risk guarantee fund trust is increased to 3,000 crore. Earlier it was 1,000 crore, but now it is 3,000 crore. Okay, this is very important, and this particular fund will be now managed by National Credit Guarantee Trust Company. Okay, earlier it was managed by the National Housing Bank, but now it will be managed by NCGTC. Okay, and yes, its role will be to provide the credit guarantee. Of course, remember 3,000 a corpus fund is there right now. Okay, so yes, and next important thing is it is going to cover all statutory towns. Okay, and we have 4 verticals. Question can be like, they will give a 5 options, and they will ask which of the following is not one of the component under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana 2. So just remember the name and short forms of these 4 components. They are very important. Okay, so the first component is BLC, that is beneficiary led construction. Okay, next is affordable housing partnership, next is affordable rental housing, and the last one is the interest subsidy scheme, ISS. This is the only component that is central sector, that is all the money will come from central government, and other are centrally sponsored. Okay, just remember that also. So this ISS is available for all the 3, that is EWS, LIG and MIG. This ARH component is available only for EWS and LIG, and these 2 are available only exclusively for the EWS people. Okay, so this is also important. Let's discuss each component one by one. Okay, so under BLC and AHP, you will receive 2.5 lakh per house as assistance. Okay, and that will be shared by state and center. You will see here, in case of the northeastern states, Himachal, Uttarakhand, Delhi, G&K and Puducherry, the central will contribute 2.25 lakhs and the state will contribute 2.025 lakhs. That is total assistance will be 2.50 lakhs per unit. Okay, and for other remaining states it will be 1.5 lakh by center, and the state will contribute 1 lakh. Okay, and UTs without legislator 100% will be given by the center, right? So yes, this is again important. This is for two components, that is BLC, beneficiary led construction, and AHP, that is affordable housing in partnership. Okay, next, in this AHP component there is a TIG, that is technology innovation grant, that will be given for innovative ideas, that is 1000 per square meter, remember that. And one more important thing, that the minimum area that the house will be constructed on should not be less than 30 square meter. Okay, for the rural areas, the question was earlier asked in the exam, so remember this, it is a 30 square meter, it should not be less than 30 square meter. And again there are other for BLC and AHP. For BLC and AHP it will be 45 square meter. For ARH, that is rental, it will be 60 square centimeter, and for IS it will be 120. And the house constructed under the scheme should have at least 2 rooms plus kitchen and plus the toilet and bathroom. Okay, these are the minimum requirements. Next important thing is this, under affordable rental housing you will get TIG 3000 from center and 2000 from state. Here it was just 1000. Okay, next component is the interest subsidy scheme. Here to get benefit under the scheme, your eligibility criteria is your house value should be less than 35 lakh, your home loan value should be less than 25 lakh, and your income should be less than 9 lakh. Okay, and you will receive the benefit for 120 square meter carpet area. So benefit is 4% subsidy rate for loan up to 8 lakhs for 12 years. Okay, and the maximum subsidy you will get under this particular interest subsidy scheme is 1.80 lakh. This is again important, and you will receive this particular subsidy in 5 annual installment in the form of DBT. Okay, so yes, these are some of the important points that you have to remember. Okay, we covered 2.50 point. Yes, TIG for AHP it is 1000, and for ARH it is 3000 from center and 2000 from state. Okay, let's discuss the next scheme, that is Smart Cities Mission. Okay, so this particular scheme was launched in the year 2015 with aim to provide the core infrastructure, clean and sustainable environment, and decent quality of life to citizens of 100 smart cities. Okay, so yes, these 100 cities were selected through 4 rounds from 2016 to 2018. Okay, and to drive the economic growth and improve quality of life of these cities, different initiatives are launched under this Smart Cities Mission. Okay, this is centrally sponsored scheme, and last year its tenure was increased till the 31st March 2025 for the completion of remaining 10 projects. So out of total outlay, the central government financial support was around 48,000 crores, with average 100 crores per city. Okay, and yes, this particular scheme was based on the area based development approach and the pan city project approach. Okay, and here are 4 models that were used in this particular smart city mission. First is retrofitting, second is redevelopment, third is greenfield development, and fourth is pan city development. Okay, retrofitting is about the city improvement. We are planning in an existing built up area. Okay, redevelopment is about replacing of the built up environment and create a new layout, right? Greenfield is about the city extension. It is where we are introducing smart solution in previously vacant areas, right? So that's why it is called as a greenfield. And pan cities development model involves applying selected smart solutions citywide. Okay, just remember these 4 models. And yes, one important thing, that is ICCC centers, okay, integrated command and control center. These are considered as a brain and nervous system of these smart cities, okay. Why? Because they are going to integrate the data and technology and plan everything for the smart city. All the 100 cities will have 100 ICCs, okay. Each city will have a one ICCC center, okay. That's it for the smart cities vision. Next, Pradhan Mantri Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi PM SVANidhi is really important because there are some updates in this particular scheme. Okay, let's see this. So it was launched in the year 2020 for the street vendors, okay, particularly street vendors, and the implementation partner for this SVANidhi is a SIDBI, that is Small Industries Development Bank of India, right? What is the first update? First update is the extension period for lending. So extended period is up to 31st March 2030. This is really important. Please remember this date, that is 31st March 2030. Outlay is again important. The outlay will be 7332 crores, right? 7332 crores, and the target is 1.15 crore beneficiary, including 50 lakh new beneficiaries, okay. Out of this 1.15 50 lakhs we are targeting new beneficiaries. Remember these, please remember this, all three facts, okay. So at this time joint responsibility will be with Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs and Department of Financial Services, okay. So Department of Financial Services is going to do what? It is going to handle the credit access through the banks, okay. And this is it. Please remember Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs and Department of Financial Services. Original objective of the PM SVANidhi was to provide collateral free working capital to these street vendors, okay, which were affected by the COVID-19. But with as time passed, the objectives are expanded, okay. Now the objectives are to enhance, definitely the credit is there, then UPI linked RuPay credit cards are also given to the street vendors, digital adoption encouragement, then entrepreneurial capacity building and holistic socio-economic upliftment under this SVANidhi se Samriddhi, okay. We will see that point. Now let's have a look on the loan structure, okay. This is again important because here are also revisions done, okay. So first loan, the amount is up to 15,000. So under the first loan you can take loan up to 15,000, and when you successfully paid the first loan, then you are eligible to take a second loan, that is 25,000, okay, and the third is 50,000, okay. Remember then what are the loan feature? Of course, these are collateral free. The credit guarantee cover will be provided to lenders, and the higher tranches only after timely repayment. That is, you have to first year you have to pay the first loan in 1 year 12 months, then you are eligible to take a second loan. When you paid second loan, you are eligible to take a third loan. Here also you can see the UPI link RuPay credit card that is recently launched in 2025. You will receive 30,000 limit under this RuPay credit card. When you are eligible to take this particular card, when you have successfully paid the loan under the second tranche, right? So just remember this second loan criteria also for the RuPay credit card, okay. Then digital cashback is again revised. This is again important. 1600, you can receive up to 1600 for retail and wholesale UPI transaction, okay. This is again important point. And the interest subsidy will be 7% per annum for timely repayments, and it will be credited quarterly, okay. So yes, the scheme extended beyond statutory town to census town and peri-urban areas. Just remember the states which have the notified rules for the 2014 Street Vendors Act are going to be eligible under this particular scheme. There are exceptions for Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh, but yes, remember this act 2014 State Vendor Acts, those states which are notified this particular act are going to be eligible under this PM SVANidhi, okay. Then yes, as I said, SVANidhi se Samriddhi. What is this? It is a convergence initiative for saturation of all government welfare schemes for the beneficiaries under this SVANidhi and their families. Around, you can say, 8 schemes saturation is approximately 8 scheme saturation will be done under Pradhan SVANidhi se Samriddhi, okay. Yes, this is it from the PM SVANidhi. What you have to take: the extended period, the total outlay, then this beneficiary target, then ministry, then first loan and second loan extension, this 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 criteria, 30,000 limit. That's it, and this particular law. That's it for from this scheme. Okay. Next scheme we are talking about is this Eklavya Model Residential School. This is again very much important because EMRS along with different organizations send different MOUs in the last 4-5 months. Okay, those MOUs are also important from ESI point of view, and scheme is also important. So let's cover the static part of this EMRS scheme. Okay, so Eklavya Model Residential School is it is a school for ST students. Okay, scheduled tribe students. So of course the ministry is going to be tribal affairs ministry, and this is a central sector scheme. Okay, so all the money will come from the central government, and it is fulfilling the article 275. Okay, with this particular Eklavya Model Residential School. So this is a important point, just remember. So we are targeting to establish one EMRS every block. Okay, so every block we are going to establish one EMRS with the block having more than 50% ST population and more than 20,000 ST person. Okay, remember, 50,000 ST population or 20,000 ST persons. Okay, according to census 2011. Okay, target is 728 by 2026. This is important. Please remember, 728. Right now functional EMRS are 405. Okay, managing body is NEST, that is National Education Society for Tribal Student. You must have heard this body under the different MOUs. Okay, so yes, National Education Society for Tribal Student is the managing body of EMRS. Okay, then what you have to take is this: each school is designated for 480 students, and this EMRS are the schools from class 6 to 12. Okay, with 480 students for each school as capacity, and the equal boys and girls in every class, right? This construction grant of 37.80 crore will be given for plain areas, and 48 crores will be given for northeast hilly and left wing extremist area. Okay, and recurring grant of 1.09 lakh per student will be given per year, right? Okay, and yes, that's it from the EMRS that you have to take up. So let's discuss the next scheme, Pradhan Mantri Janjatiya Unnat Gram Abhiyan. Okay, so this was launched in the last year as Pradhan Mantri Janjatiya Unnat Gram Abhiyan, but in October, last year in October, it was named as Dharti Aba Janjatiya Gram Utkarsh Abhiyan. Okay, so now its name is this, Dharti Aba Janjatiya Gram Utkarsh Abhiyan. Okay, so this is for, of course, ST people. Okay, whatever schemes are present, we want to increase the reach of those schemes to these ST peoples. Okay, so there is a JANMAN and there is this Dharti Aba. Okay, JANMAN is particularly for the PPTGs. So PPTGs are the one. So this is the whole ST, and let me tell you. So this is the whole ST, and PPTGs are part of these STs. PPTGs are they are more vulnerable than the STs. Okay, for those we launch a specific scheme, that is PM JANMAN. Okay, and for whole STs it is this scheme, Dharti Aba Janjatiya Gram Utkarsh Abhiyan. Okay, so launch date you can say 2024, and in last year NABARD means there was a question on these scheme. Okay, so just don't focus on the agriculture ministry scheme, the tribal ministry. Every year there will be question from Ministry of Tribal Affairs. The this sickle cell anemia mission was a question in the mains, and this Juga was also there in the last mains examination. Okay, so Ministry of Tribal Affairs is important. Okay, so just revise this and focus on these ministries also. Okay, so yes, this was launched from the Jharkhand. And what is the vision of this scheme? So it is it wants to ensure the largest ever tribal village development program. Okay, through saturation of basic services, improvement of socio-economic indicators, and convergence of 17 ministries. Okay, so there are 4 goals in this particular Dharti Aba. First is infrastructure development, second is economic empowerment, good education, and third is healthy life and dignified aging. Okay, these components are important. Whenever you will see there are 4 components, or in anything, even in GA, if there are 4 countries mentioned in particular trade block, then there is a high chances that you will see they will give one more option and they will ask which of the following is not one of the component. Okay, so whenever you are going to see four parameters in anything anywhere in the news, scheme, GA, cover them carefully. Okay, because they are going to ask which one of the following is not one of the component. Okay, so remember, infrastructure, economic empowerment, good education, healthy life and dignified aging. Okay, so yes, and the total outlay of this particular scheme is 79,000 crore approximately, out of which central share will be 56,000 crore and state share will be 22,800 crore. Okay, so how we are going to select the villages? So villages with 50% of the ST population and uh, more than 500 population, tribal population will be selected. And in the aspirational district, the only criteria is population more than 50 tribal residents. Okay, just remember this is important. Okay, next is yes, we want to cover the 63,000 tribal majority villages. We want to benefit over 5 crore tribal people. Okay, so yes, this was a same statement that was there in the EO examination, that is 5 crore tribal people and 63,000 tribal majority villages are targeted under this Dharti Aba. Okay, so yes, as I said, it is a saturation of earlier schemes. So we have 17 line ministries that are involved in implementing these particular scheme, including rural development, tribal affairs, education, women, panchayati raj, and every ministry that is important. 17 line ministries. Okay, remember. And we are using the convergence based model, and you can see the components: housing, road, healthcare, education, water supply. The housing, 20 lakh pakka houses; roads, 25,000 kilometer roads; 25 lakh LPG connection; then 1,000 healthcare, 1,000 hostels, right? That you can remember. 1,000 tribal homestays. Yes, for homestays the scheme was, the we are targeting at least 5 to 10 homestays every village. Okay, every village, and we are targeting total 1,000 villages. Okay, 1,000 villages, and we are giving 5 lakh for new construction, we are giving 3 lakh for renovation, and we are giving again 5 lakh to community institutions under this homestays. Okay, then there is also forest right holders, FRA. So for FRA we are targeting around 22 lakh FRA patta holders. Okay, so yes, that's it from the Dharti Aba. Remember the outlay and this criteria and this 5 crore and the 63,000. Okay, so let's cover the next, that is the Pradhan Mantri Janjatiya Adivasi Nyay Mahabhiyan, that is PM JANMAN. As I said, these are for particularly PVTGs. PVTGs are the most vulnerable among the ST. So we launch special scheme to cover these PVTGs. Okay. So yes, Pradhan Mantri Janjatiya Adivasi Nyay Mahabhiyan. It was launched in the 2023. Okay, on Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. So as I said, aim of the mission is the comprehensive development and saturation. Again, here we are doing saturation only. Whatever schemes were present, we want to enhance the reach of those schemes to this ST people. And in Janman, particularly the PVTGs. Okay, PVTG households, habitations with the basic services including housing, water, sanitation, healthcare, education, connectivity, and livelihood. What is the outlay? Outlay is 24,000 crore. What was the outlay of the Dharti Aba? It was 79,000 crore. Here the Janman, it is 24,000 crore with central 15 and state 8,000 crore. Okay, and yes, what you have to remember, yes, the India's ST population is around 10 crore according to census 2011. PVTGs are, total PVTG communities we have 75 right now. Okay, which are in the 18 states. This is also important. Remember, in 18 states plus Andaman Nicobar Islands. Okay, and PVTGs are a high level of social, economic, and educational vulnerable people among the STs. Okay, and here we are working with 9 line ministries and 11 critical interventions. Okay, so yes, again the pakka houses, roads, this pipe water supply, the solar street lighting, value added Vandhan Vikas Kendras, 500 Vandhan Vikas Kendra we are going to establish, and 15 lakh per Vandhan Vikas Kendra we are going to give. Okay, then yes, so likewise you can cover. And again, Ministry of Ayush and Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship is going to again come and help in the saturation of those schemes. Okay, so that's it, Pradhan Mantri Dharti Aaba and this Janman. Okay, so let's cover the next scheme, Jal Jeevan Mission. Okay, so remember, first thing, it was launched in the year 2019, and what was the aim of this? Aim was to provide the household tap water connections, that is functional household tap water connections. Okay, this was the major aim of this Jal Jeevan Mission. As I said, it was launched in the year 2019 by Ministry of Jal Shakti, Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation. And this particular scheme is extended till December 2028. This is important fact for your exam. Please remember, December 2028. And for this financial year, we have the financial allocation 7,000 crore. And this is centrally sponsored scheme, that means 50-50, and there are few schemes that have 50-50 allocation. So remember this, Jal Jeevan Mission 50-50 contribution from state and center. So yes, these are important points. So till 2024, the from center the outlay was 2.08 lakh, but remember this outlay for financial 26, that is more important. Okay, then right now 15 crore rural households have tap water connection, and the coverage is 81%. Okay, these are recent numbers, so these are important. 81% coverage, 15 crore rural households have tap water connections right now. Okay, and yes, the philosophy Jan Bhagidari and community led water governance. That's why we have the village water and sanitation committee, which has around 10 to 15 members, and 50% will be the women. Okay, and they are going to mobilize and motivate the community to contribute around 5 to 10% of the infrastructure. Okay, so yes, we have village and water sanitation committees. Then as I said, the household tap connection provision is the major aim, and this what is the minimum service level that we are trying to achieve? It is a 55 liters per capita per day IPCD, you can say 55 IPCD. This is the question that was there in your exam, so this is important, 55 IPCD. Again, we are covering the grey water management and different water source and its maintenance, water supply, different things are covered in this particular scheme. Okay, and what will be the sources that we are going to manage? Rainwater harvesting, groundwater, grey water management, catchment protection, water conservation structures, etc. will be covered. Okay, and this is one fact that was there in the PIB, that 30% of the priority, you can say, will be given to the difficult terrains. The 30% weightage was assigned for difficult terrains, which include the desert development program and drought prone area development program, for prioritizing the implementation of pipe water supply scheme. Remember, 30% desert and drought purpose prioritization. Okay, and the next important thing is, these are some data, you can skip this. Okay, and we have 100% coverage in the states like Goa, Gujarat, Haryana, Telangana, Himachal, Punjab, Mizoram, Arunachal, Puducherry, Andaman Nicobar, and Dadar Nagar Haveli and Digdaman. Okay, so yes, and there is one important concept, that is the rural pipe water supply scheme module. Okay, this is a what? So every connection, pipe connection, is going to receive this ID, RPWSS ID, and through which we can digitally manage, geotag, and monitor everything digitally using this ID. So yes, unique feature or technology integration, you can say, is the RPWSS IDs, which will be given to each connection, right? And we are targeting this by November 2025. Okay, so yes, and the next important updates are regarding the JJM Panchayat dashboard, then radio program, that is Swachh Sujal Gaon Ki Kahani, and handbook, that is Jan Bhagidari Se Har Ghar Jal. These are recent launches by the under JJM, so these are important. Okay, so yes, this is it from the Jal Jeevan Mission. Let's discuss the last scheme for today, that is Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin. Okay, SBM Gramin Phase 2. So we know that Phase 1 was launched in the year 2014 and Phase 2 was launched in the year 2020. Okay, so we are giving the near universal toilet access to gramin people, and we want to ensure that that status is going to be sustainable in the future. So yes, the implementing ministry for Swachh Bharat mission is Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation, that is Ministry of Jal Shakti. This is kind of confusing, so there are chances that they are going to ask. Okay, so the ministry is Ministry of Jal Shakti for Swachh Bharat mission Gramin. Okay, so yes, the duration is financial year 21 to 25. In some PIB articles, they are mentioning 26, but yes, just remember at least the phase 2 is 2020, started in 2020. Okay, the focus of the mission is transition from ODF. ODF is what? ODF is open defecation free, right? So yes, we want the transition from ODF plus to ODF plus, then ODF plus plus and garbage free villages, right, through solid and liquid waste management. And we are giving different financial assistance for this particular implementation. So yes, what is ODF? ODF is the open defecation free status. In ODF plus, we are trying to maintain that status, and further we want the functionality and maintenance of the toilets. And in ODF plus plus, along with all this, we want the treatment, whatever the fecal sludge and sewage is created, that should be managed and treated properly in this particular ODF plus plus status. Okay, so yes, the all solid and liquid waste management will be done. So remember, for establishment of individual household latrines, you will get around 12,000 assistance from the government. Okay, this assistance is important. Remember, 12,000 for individual household latrines. Okay, and yes, under this Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin, we have three categories: aspiring, rising, and model. Okay, so aspiring is what you have at least is solid waste management or the liquid waste management, either. Okay, or is the criteria for aspiring. In the ODF plus rising, you have both solid waste management plus liquid waste management. And here in model, it is having SB solid waste management plus liquid waste management and visual cleanliness. Okay, these are the criteria to achieve particular category. Okay, next important thing is this. Okay, gray water management. For gray water management, assistance is given. This is really important. Please pay attention. For population less than 5,000, you will get 280 per capita. For population more than 5,000, you will get 660 per capita. Then there is also the assistance for compost, peat and biodegradable waste management. Here you will receive, for less than 5,000 population, you will receive 60 per capita, and for more than 5,000 population, you will receive 45 per capita. These are the numbers and values that are mentioned in the PIB, and that too recent PIB. So these are really important. Please revise these. Okay, and again, up to 1 lakh per village will be provided for construction of essential solid and liquid waste management asset. Okay. Again, there is a Govardhan component, that is waste to wealth, and under this, every district is going to receive 50 lakh. Okay, please remember this also. And there is a provision for one community sanitation complex for every 100 households. Okay, so for every 100 household, you will we are going to construct one community sanitation complex. So yes, that's it for the scheme. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck for your coming NABARD examination. Everyone is going to do great. See you on the other side. Thank you so much.